Well guys, I decided to work on the Onan CCKA that goes in the 450 with the quickway loader. Some of you guys remember this motor. It had a blown rod, and I've been sitting on this project since probably, I don't know, January or February, and haven't touched it. And at this point, I've got the all the parts here ready to go. I just got to do it. And I've got a tractor show in 4 weeks that I want to bring this machine to. So I basically have 4 weeks to get her done. And first thing I got to do here is clean off my engine building workspace here and get all this crap off of this thing. And I got parts here for all kinds of crap that's stacked up there in the summer. This is the head for my hit and miss engine. That's a crankshaft for a Wisconsin BKN. These are a bunch of pistons for Model L Graveleys. I got this Model L jug here, and which has this crack on the exhaust down here that's no good. And you'll see the occasional Onan parts scattered around here. So this box here has all the gaskets in it that I need, all that stuff. I've got 2 pistons that are brand new. I've got the crankshaft that came back from the crank grinding, which should be really nice. So I got to clean up this crap and lift up that heavy engine up here and start putting her together. Well guys, the first thing I had to do here was clean out the oil pan. The oil pan was full of a bunch of chips from the old rod disintegrating in this motor. So I got that cleaned out really good. The next thing we're going to do is clean up the gaskets around the timing cover area here on the block. And also we're going to clean out the inside of the block really good also. I've already used a pressure washer to try to clean this up as good as I can. But I like using the brake parts cleaner here. And that has some solvent in it, which is good for trying to get the rest of the nasty crap out of these motors, all the caked on grease and everything. So that will be our next step here. And once we get that done, then we can bolt the block back onto the oil pan with a new gasket. And also we can fit our rings on our pistons. And you know, there's really not that much to put together here. It's really going to be hopefully pretty simple. The only downside is that it's been a real long time since I took it apart, probably like at least 8 months. And I don't remember how everything goes, but we'll figure it out. Well guys, I just got my new pistons here, and I gapped the rings here, and I didn't have to do anything. They fit perfect. So what I need to do tomorrow is I need to take the connecting rods off the old pistons and put them on these new ones. And I think what I'm going to do is I have a lot of brake cleaner on this block right now, so I'm probably going to let it all dry, but my goal is to assemble the block tomorrow, and then I'm going to paint it yellow before I go any farther. You know, so tomorrow I can put the oil pan back on, the pistons in, the rods in, the crankshaft in, and then at that point I'm going to paint this block before we go any farther. And you know, I have to adjust the valve still. That's no big deal. It's all right down here. So, you know, before I start bolting accessories on and everything else, I'll hit this with some yellow paint. This was one of the dirtiest blocks I've ever seen when I started with. And the tip to you guys, you really should wash the blocks off before you disassemble them. Unlike me, who took this apart first and then disassembled it. But you know, I got a whole box down here full of gaskets and everything that are going to go in this. Valve cover gaskets. We've got the gaskets for the timing cover, the oil pan, everything else. Carb gaskets, new bearings here, which are 10 under, because I have a 10 under rod that will be in this bad boy. We've got the exhaust manifold, intake manifold gaskets here. We basically got everything. Yeah, that's it, you know. And these bearings are kind of a pain in the butt when you buy them. I was a little misled. You think you're buying a pair for the price, but they only give you 1/2. So be careful if you ever got to buy Onan bearings. Make sure that you're getting a pair and not just 1/2 of the equation. And let's see, in this box over here is the most important part, the reground crankshaft. We're not going to take that out yet, but that's what's in that box. And that thing is a beautiful piece of artwork. Can't wait to put that in. So, stay tuned, and we'll see where this project takes us.